Hello all my knitty friends, this is Amy with Hudson Valley Knits. Thank you for joining me. I am Memers on Ravelry and Memers66 on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you for joining me. Welcome. It's been a while. I have a lot to talk about. It's been a really crazy 3 weeks for me. In some ways, mostly in good ways, but some really difficult things going on. Family-wise, we've lost 2 people in my family in the past 3 weeks. But we get through, and life goes on, right? So here I am with you. I have a lot to talk about. The first thing I wanted to talk about was the Boston Marathon scarf knit along that I put up there. I had 2 people that posted their scarves, and I promised a free pattern to one of the winners. So I have 2 names here, and I'm going to put them in the hat, and I'm going to choose a name for a winner of a free pattern. We're starting right off with it. Okay, the winner is Sherry, who I know in real life and is a beautiful person. Sherry, I'll get in touch with you and you can pick a pattern on Ravelry and I will gift it to you. And thanks for everyone who sent it in. I know there were a bunch of ladies in my local knitting group we all sent ours in together, and I think it's a wonderful cause and a wonderful thing to participate in, to make you feel like you're kind of helping in the healing, so to speak. But anyway, I am, you can see it's new scenery here. I am up at my parents' house in upstate New York. We came up for the weekend. It's Sunday. I am going to be going home today, and we'll probably put this together when I get home. It's gorgeous up here. It's according to the thermometer on the garage over there, it's almost 60 degrees out up here in upstate New York, which is really, really nice. So what have I been up to? I've done so much stuff, and I have so much stuff to show you and share with you and I'll wait until the end of the podcast for the nitty talk. But let's just go through the whips, shall we? There are no finished objects. I have a big bag right here full of whips. And let's just go in the big bag of whips and see what I pull out first. Right on the top, in my Fat Squirrel Speak bag, I have my Event Horizon shawl by Donna Drukunis. It is coming along nicely. It's getting really big. I've been spending most of my knitting time on this. It's hard to really show you because it's like so big and on the round circular needles now, but it is gorgeous. And I am on the last chart before I start the border, but I still have 2 skeins of sock yarn to go through. And I've mentioned that I'm knitting this for my aunt who lives in North Carolina. We're going to see them for Easter, and I really want to have this done. I don't know though. It's cutting it close. We'll see though. But I am really, really loving this pattern and knitting this up. The yarn is luxurious and gorgeous. It's Caper sock yarn, and it's a MCN, so it's nice and soft, and it's not too fuzzy or pilly, at least not yet. And I just love the gradients that she dyed up for this pattern in particular. It's just a lovely, lovely yarn and a great pattern. And again, it's from the Stories and Stitches 2 book, and it is by Donna Drukunis. And it's a lovely, lovely pie shawl pattern. If you're into lace knitting and want to try it, it's a great one to start with. And the book is phenomenal. I did a review of it a while back. If you're interested in it, you can check that out. So that has been getting most of my attention, like I said, so that I could get it done in time for Easter and be able to give it to my aunt when we go visit. All right, let's see what else we pull from the work in progress bag. Okay. This is, I cast on another pair of socks, even though I haven't finished my collywobbles yet. I couldn't help it because I got this opal yarn, the Little Prince colorway. And I couldn't wait to cast it on, so I just got a little bit of the cuff done, and this is the colorway, and I'm not sure the Prince and the Geographer, and I don't know if I'm saying it right because I don't speak this language, but there it is. Der kleine Prinz und der Geograph. So I don't know what that means, but it's a really lovely colorway, and I almost bought like a ton of the colors, but I refrained. And I'm knitting these on the carbons needles. I bought a set of DPNs of carbons to try them out, and these are the 1.5 millimeters. Right? Not 1.5. 1.5, size 1.5, 2.5 millimeters. So, really like it so far, and like I said, I just couldn't resist starting up a pair of socks with it because I love the color so much. And this is my first time knitting with the opal yarn. So that is, been coming around in my pocketbook, and just a little bit of knitting here and there. But mostly I've been knitting on this pair of socks, which is almost done. I was hoping it would be done today. But these are the collywobbles. This is the second sock. I did the Fishlets Kiss Heel, and we're on the foot. So this will be done very soon. I'm knitting it with Desert Vista Dye Works in the English Garden colorway, or English Cottage colorway. But this is a great pattern, and it's easily memorized. And I've really enjoyed knitting with this yarn as well. And I know I've showed this before, but here's the sock that's finished with the Fishlets Kiss Heel. And trying it on, it feels really nice and comfortable, so it's a great heel. It's basically a version of a short row heel. And to me, it's much easier than knitting the heel flap and picking up stitches and then doing all the decreases. It goes much faster. So I highly recommend the Fishlets Kiss Heel, which is more than just a heel pattern, by the way. It's also basically a recipe for getting a good fitting sock. She goes into a lot of detail on how you can get a good fitting sock. So definitely worth for $1. I mean, you can't go wrong. What else? Okay, next in the whip bag. Okay, so I bought a Kate Davies kit a while back, and I know I showed it. This is the water bottle holder, and it's about halfway done. I'm on the second part of the chart, so we are more than halfway done with it. I'll definitely be banging this out soon. I was definitely itching to make something Fair Isle, and this was the perfect little project to do. So again, this is by Kate Davies, and it is called and I don't know if I'm going to say Toti Hati. Toti Hati. That's the pattern, and the kit is from her. And this is all my Knit Picks interchangeable. Actually, these are not interchangeable because they're too small. These are my Knit Picks needles, and I'm knitting them magic loop. And it is included in the kit is, of course, the yarn, which is the Jamieson and Smith. And it's the Matter colorway. It's like an orangey red. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous colorway. It's going to be for my mother-in-law who loves her hot water bottles. And the kit actually comes with the hot water bottle and the bag. So this has been on and off as well. Just whenever I feel like knitting Fair Isle, I pull it out. And here is the last bag. The last bag in the bag of whips. And this is, of course, my next pattern that I'm working on. And it is going to be called, or is called, the Guardian of Air Shawl. And this colorway is Silver Bells by Lost City Knits. It's her Twin Canyon fingering yarn. Beautiful stuff. Basically, I'm still knitting up the sample for it, and the pattern should be coming out next. I have no idea when. And speaking of patterns, so I have been talking a lot about my own pattern, my Against the Current shawl. I've been bringing it up a lot, saying it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Well, it has come. And let me take it off. My Against the Current shawl has been published. You can now get it on Ravelry. Let me give you, so it starts with this beautiful little lace pattern that's supposed to actually look like a little fish, and they're swimming against the current, and they thin out and they thin out till they get to the end. And I really hope you like it. I am offering, of course, a coupon code, and it is HVK podcast, and the podcast begins with a capital P. And basically I'll put it on the bottom of the video, but please, until tax day, enjoy a 50% off coupon for all the podcast listeners out there. If you would like a way to help me fund this podcast, that's a great way to do it, and you get something in return. You get my pattern. And just so you know, I do have another pattern out there. It's called the Urban Village Cowl. And that you can use the coupon code for that as well if you'd like to get 50% off of that pattern as well. And I am doing this until tax day, so you have until April 16th. And I appreciate so much your support. So again, if you love the pattern or you just want to support the podcast, this is a great way to do it. And the coupon code is capital H, capital V, capital K, capital P, and podcasts. So thank you. And I'm really, really excited about this. Yeah, and just so you know, there's a 1 or 2 skein version of the pattern. So you can knit a smaller one if you just have 1 skein you want to use, or if you like a really nice size shawl like I do, you can use 2 skeins. All right, and there's directions on how to use up your entire skein. And that is my biggest news. I'm so excited to share with you. I have a lot of stuff that I've been working on for years actually, but that's only my second pattern that I've actually published. So while I like to make things up, I'm just learning how to really be a good pattern writer. So I appreciate your patience, and of course if you find anything wrong with the pattern, please let me know. Okay, so let's go into stash, because I did have an exception to my yarn diet rule, and but you would have too, under my circumstances. I recently went to a writing workshop in Vermont with Donna Dracunis at her home, and it was not just creative writing, but pattern writing workshop. And it just so happens that on the way to Donna's house, right off of Route 91, is the Webb's Yarn Store. And I stopped there on the way home on Monday, and I didn't go crazy. I think I showed some restraint, but I did get some nice stuff there, including that skein of opal yarn that I showed you a little bit ago. And yeah, so let me just go through the bag of stash enhancement, and I'll show you what I got. Some of it I got from Web. Some I got some stuff in the mail just yesterday, actually. And I also bought some stuff from Donna. And actually, right at the top is what I got in the mail yesterday. So this is a new project bag from Little Skein. And hold on, look at the information on it. How do I do that? Oh, you know what? It's in my book. Hold on. This bag is called, it's by Annie Light or Little Skein, and it's Stargazers. It's called her Stargazer bag. Oops, I'm sorry. Isn't it gorgeous the way you can see the 2 bunnies looking up at the moon, which looks like it's been knit, and it's the beautiful color purple. I got mine with the handle. You could get it with or without the handle. And the handle does come off if you want, and it says Joy here. And then there's the zipper, and inside is a beautiful yellow lining with little smiling moons on it. It's so cute. And I just wanted to show you this because I thought it was so sweet. She wraps everything beautifully in tissue paper. It was really nicely packaged. And with that, I ordered a skein of the mustache yarns. It's in the colorway Chocolate Bunny Cake. It's a self-striping yarn, and it's in her Perfect Sock merino nylon yarn base. 463 yards. This is going to make a nice pair of socks. I'm really excited. I love the colors. It's soft. It's beautifully done. Look at the beautiful label she has. Really, really excited about this. And like I said, this just came in the mail yesterday. Another project bag. I love it. I love it. I love Little Skeins project bags. They just are so well made, and she designs beautiful fabrics. You can't beat it. So that's the first thing. Next. Okay, so I went to the retreat, and of course we had a welcome goodie bag waiting for us at the bed and breakfast where we stayed. And Donna left us a beautiful moleskin notebook, beautiful pens, and we each got a different skein of yarn, and this is what I got. It is called Periwinkle Sheep Little Feet in the color Carrot Sticks, and I just love it. So this was on my bed waiting for me, and this is a really, carrot orange. It's gorgeous. And Periwinkle Sheep is actually a local indie dyer. So that was a gift from Donna. Alright, so here's the other stash from that weekend was I bought from Donna her kit for her Color Me Warm mittens. And I know she still has more. But here's the yarn I picked. She actually let me go through the box of skeins and pick the colors I wanted. And I picked black for the base of the mitten. And I picked these two colors for the contrasting colors in the mitten itself. So I'm really excited to be knitting these. These are, the yarn is called Peace Fleece. It's from Porter, Maine. Okay, this is black. It's worsted weight, and it's 75% merino and 25% mohair. And it's actually, I would say it's not like super soft, but it's also not scratchy. It's perfect. It's nice. And I'm looking forward to knitting these up. So this is the kit I bought from Donna while I was there. Came with the pattern, of course. Put this in there. And very reasonably priced, guys. So if you want a good, and it's a simple Fair Isle pattern. It's great for starting off. If you're new to Fair Isle, this would be great. Okay. Next from the goodie bag. Okay. Notice it's in Webb's bag. Oh, okay. So for a future design, I was looking for certain colors actually. For another design I have in mind, which I won't go into detail, but this is the perfect yarn for it. It is Lorna's Laces Honor, 70% baby alpaca and 30% silk. Gorgeously soft and halo-y. It is a DK weight yarn, right? DK. Doesn't say actually, but I would say it's a DK to a light worsted. The colorway is Turtle Rock, and it has beautiful orangey corals, turquoise, greens, and it's really just a beautiful color. And it has each skein has 275 yards and 100 grams. I don't know how much I'm going to use for my pattern, but I did buy an extra one. I probably the pattern will probably require one, but I brought another one just for swatching and whatnot. So, future pattern here. Got that at Webb's. Next. Alright, so I've been wanting to make by Stephen West the blue sky shawl. So I went there and I picked out, let me put some of this stuff away in the bag. I don't want it to get dirty. I picked out some Road to China lights for that. And I picked these 3 colors, 2 skeins of each for the medium size shawl. And this one is called Gray Pearl. It's gray. Beautiful. I love grays and pearls. This one is called Lapis. And this one is called Hematite. And it's almost got a slight lavender to it, but it's basically gray. Love the colors. This is gorgeous yarn. It's a indulgence because it's $16 for 50 grams. I guess it's not too bad. It's 65% baby alpaca, 10% cashmere, 10% camel, and 15% silk. And it is really soft. Really, really nice. So that's what I got from Webb's. That should be it for quite some time now. I'm not going to go to Maryland Sheep and Wool, although I do have friends going. I'm not going to go this year because my husband and I are actually doing a vacation that week. And plus, I just really don't need any more yarn. And I don't feel like this strong need or desire to accumulate more right now. I have so much I want to work with and so many ideas going for new patterns that I know what I'm going to do pretty much for the rest of the year and have what I need to do it. So that being said, let me share a little bit with you about my writing retreat with Donna Dracunis. It was amazing. Let me tell you, it was a really, really good workshop. Donna is an excellent teacher. There were only 3 of us, which made it a very cozy workshop. And we were able to kind of take it by year, play it by year a little bit. It was 3 days. I got there Thursday. We stayed at a bed and breakfast right in her town, which was so wonderful. The host, she was really wonderful lady. Her name was Ruth, and it was the Potter House Inn. And she was very welcoming. We loved our stay. We each had our own room because there were only 3 of us, which was nice. And it was me and a woman named Marcia from Rochester, New York, and also Yarn Yenta, or Heatherly is her name, and she is from California. She's actually got a ton of designs out there and is working on an amazing book, which I cannot indulge you with any details because it's not my book, but let me tell you, it's going to be an amazing book, and I can't wait to read it and do a review on it for you. But Yarn Yenta, check her out on Ravelry because she has lots of beautiful patterns out already. And one of them, sorry, hold on. Fire whistle. It must be 1 o'clock. Wait, it's going to be another one. Now the dogs start to howl. Poor dogs. Sorry about that. All right, so the first day we talked about more creative writing process and different exercises we can use to help us write better and be more creative. And that was basically the first day was all about that. And any questions we wanted. She basically had us every morning at the bed and breakfast. She told us to get up and free write for 15 minutes. And just so you know, free writing is basically, You don't think about anything about what you're writing. You don't think about punctuation. You just, for 15 minutes, just write. And whatever comes out, comes out. And that was amazing. She also talked about specifically writing for the back cover and the inside cover of a book, writing about yourself, like an about page or something of that sort. She talked about the technical aspects of writing a pattern and what to include and how to describe your pattern in a creative way. And she also talked very practically about the ins and outs of publishing and different avenues of publishing you can go through and how best to deal with them, what to look out for in contracts. I mean, it was just a very in-depth, thorough, well-planned workshop. I can't say enough good things about it. I have been trying to write as much as possible using some of the exercises she gave us. And we also got included in our package a one-on-one session with Donna. It was about a couple hours long where we sat alone with her one-to-one and asked any specific questions we had. And for example, the other two ladies, I was there, they're both writing knitting books. One is kind of like an historical knitting book, and the other person was writing a book of patterns. And they're two very different things, so they had different questions. And me personally, I was there just to help improve my pattern writing skills and get a little creative when it comes to expressing my patterns and what they're all about. And also, I'd love to write in other topics as well, which this was very beneficial for. And I also signed up because I don't know, I didn't see that she's announced it yet, but she's going to do an online, I think she said it's a 5-week course on the same topic, which she said she would go into more details on the different topics that we covered, because this is going to last for 5 weeks. However, you won't get like the one-on-one time, she said, and it won't be, face-to-face. So, but I am seriously considering on signing up for that as well, because it was that good. And I want to continue to improve my writing. So very, very, very good investment of time and money for me. It was really a pleasure to meet her. She's a wonderful lady, and the women in my class were great. We had a great time. And I really wanted to record an interview or whatnot, but we decided to just keep the weekend about writing. And maybe some other time I can get an interview with Donna. Who knows? And I definitely want to get an interview with Yarn Yenta and Marcia about their books when it comes to that time, because I think they're going to be amazing. And I think that's about it, guys. That's about it for this show. I know it's been a while, and I thank you all for being patient, and I think we're going to get back on schedule pretty much after April. So just so you know, I do have like I said, for Easter weekend, I'm going to be traveling to visit family. And then the last 2 weekends of the month, I will be away on vacation. And I can't promise any continuity with the schedule, but I will get another podcast in April if I can. In the meantime, enjoy your knitting. Thank you for joining me here, and I will talk to you soon. Ciao for now.